to the federal, that what if we don't stand up and do something? What if we don't do it? What are we going to leave our kids? Because all the stuff that's happening right now is crap. But if we continue to allow it to happen, then what have we done? We haven't done anything. So we have to stand up. We have to look at things and bring back common sense, y'all. Thank y'all. I'm Cody Johnson. I ask for your vote, ask for your support, and look at the issues, look at the people. Do your homework. That's all it's about, your homework. Thank you.
I want to thank the VFW for hosting this, Jack for moderating this. Thank especially all of you for taking the time out of your evening to come be here for this. I'm going to close with just a few paragraphs. What's in a person's heart? Is it the heart of a servant, or is it the heart of a politician in self-service? It can't be both. You have those reps, those representatives, who always give the safe vote, the vote that won't turn up later to be ammunition used by their opponent. They go with the flow. So much of what they do is lost in the shuffle, never known about. As I said earlier, they sit on the floor of the House day after day, but they never stand for anything. On the other hand, our votes are always brought back up by our opponents. No need to defend these votes. I vote what's good for people, what's good for Texas, what's good for District 59. If it fits those three, it's a good bill. You can bet I'm going to vote for it. My votes are done to help people, from the youngest kid with Child Protective Services to the elderly living out their final days. There's not enough money for everything this state needs. Difficult decisions must be made. Consequences follow those decisions. Some are put up before you, some are not. In the end, are you there to serve others or serve political gain? You can't do both. Campaigning is easy. Standing here before you promising this or that, if elected, is easy. Governing is hard. It's easy to go with the flow, vote the push cards, vote that you'll get 100% on everybody's rating, but then the good falls victim to political expediency. I don't do that. I pay the price for it every time we run an election. It's a price worth paying. Helping patients, helping people like you is worth that price. Does your legislator have a servant's heart or a political heart? The two are different. In closing, I want you to know that I'm in your corner. Not my corner, your corner. It's not about me, it's about you. Just as being a physician means helping people and lives in ways they see and understand, being your legislator helps your lives in ways that aren't as easily seen, but is just as important. Thank you for your time. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve you for these past 4 terms. I humbly ask for the opportunity to serve you for another term in Austin. Thank you.
Okay, so now that I think perhaps things have leveled out a little bit, I'm going to address some comments from earlier. I'm going to back up though and tell you that when I got involved in this campaign last summer, for us it was about 2 things. 2 components that just weren't quite fitting our district. One is a tremendous lack of engagement across 8 counties. People who feel like they are not heard from, they are not met with, they are not invited actively to participate at a substantive level in their government. So we've been out for the last 8 months meeting with so many people to hear what their thoughts are and what their concerns are and what their priorities are. And when those priorities that they identify don't match up with what is actually being led on for us, we have a pretty big gap there. And that's the point at which we can do so much better. I have information over here about some of the first 10 things that I would file as your next legislator. That's based on the things that people have expressed they want to see. So To fix some of that lack of engagement, I would intend as your next state representative, not just to continue those one-on-one conversations, but we need to be having town halls. We need to be regularly having forums where we're gathered and talking in big groups about those TDCJ issues or those education issues, those public safety issues. We haven't been doing that for 8 years. We really should. I would also tell you that a large part of running a campaign like this is we have to talk about an actual voting record out there. Now, there's some people that mistake that as being a personal attack. It's not. It's the work product of the people, what's actually being presented, what's actually being voted on, and how that's handled down in Austin. It's real hard to dig down into that for a lot of us, but we have to evaluate it to decide as engaged citizens, is that what you want? So we're talking about a lot of those votes. And I'll also tell you, if you pay attention to anything that we've put out there, whether it's our printed material, whether it's Facebook, at no point has it been about a personal issue. And in fact, at no point has it addressed someone who isn't already serving in this office. So while I understand that some people have had a very hard day, that wasn't brought about by the gal standing up here in front of you this evening. So I appreciate your time very much. I appreciate your time very much this evening. I'm humbly asking for your vote to serve you as your next state representative. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I saw Jerry Casey in here. Do we have any other